Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk a little bit about a line that I enjoy in spite of the fact that I feel like they only work about 50% of the time. Okay, maybe that's a little harsh. More like 75% of the time. What am I talking about? What do I mean? What am I on about? Well, stick with me and we will find out.
Fallout, an increasingly important word in the atomic and hydrogen age. The facts from Federal Civil Defense tell us that fallout could hurt you, might even kill you.
Well, what about it, mister? What is this fallout stuff?
Fallout is nothing more than particles of matter in the air made radioactive by nuclear explosions. Sooner or later, however, they settle to Earth. This is fallout, and it can be very dangerous if you don't know what to do about it. Well, do you know what to do about it, Grandpa?
Not yet, young man, but I will.
There are four major characteristics of an A-bomb or H-bomb explosion. They are blast, heat, initial radiation, and residual radiation. All this clear so far, sister?
Sure, but you've talked about fallout from enemy bombing.
Our government very carefully tests only small nuclear devices in the United States. So these are the facts that should reassure and encourage you.
Be ready to assist in defense preparations in your community if your help is needed. For fallout is only one fallout.
So in 2017, Just Toys International released their MegaMerge line of Fallout action figures. The initial offering consisting of 4 power armor suits for you to collect. These suits are based off of the Glyos System, which means, much like in the game, you can mix and match and swap out parts of various arms and legs and torsos and helmets, which I think is a great idea for an action figure line, especially when it mirrors the game mechanic of not always being able to have an entire power suit and sometimes having to make do with what you have or kit bashing together a suit of power armor. Some of these suits of armor might look a little bit plain to you, but I actually kind of like that feature, and I have to wonder if it was done deliberately, because it seems to me like a great way to be able to, if you're so inclined, customize your own power armor however way you see fit. Like if you wanted to repaint it as perhaps your favorite Space Marine faction from Warhammer, or perhaps a favorite superhero like Iron Man or Iron Patriot, or that time the Punisher had a suit of War Machine armor, or Cyborg or Rocket Red or whoever. And I feel like that added a little bit more versatility and appeal to the line. One of the drawbacks of these figures is there is no articulation at like the knees and elbows, so that's a little bit limiting. The second series of the Fallout line incorporated some of the customizable paint jobs seen in Fallout 4, like the Shark Hot Rod paint job and the Hot Pink Target exclusive Hot Rod paint job on the X-01 Enclave armor. So that's pretty fun. Not my choice personally, but still cool that it's available if you want it. The second series also featured some more human characters. You have the actual Vault Dweller, male and female versions. The female Vault Dweller being a GameStop exclusive. You also get good old Nick Valentine with those creepy synth eyes. And then just for a little bit of fun, that's me. Well, that's what I looked like about 3 years ago anyway. I got one of those 3D printed heads from a company called That's My Face. Yes, it's a little bit washed out and a little grainy, but you get that a lot with 3D printing. You get that a lot with these sort of independent 3D printing kind of things. They might have made improvements. It's been, like I said, it's been 3 years since I had that done. So if you're wondering what I look like, that's a fairly decent likeness. Anyway, moving on. Shortly after MegaMerge brought out their Fallout line, they followed that up with a My Hero Academia line. And this is where some of the problems with the line become more evident. The 4 characters featured are All Might, Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki. My first observation is, how exactly are these supposed to make sense exactly? When you swap out the parts with somebody like All Might, it doesn't quite work. I guess you could give someone oversized arms and legs. That would be all right, I suppose. But it doesn't quite work. And the other part is, if these were characters, if there was somebody available in the line that was supposed to be a shapeshifter or something, that might make sense, but none of these characters that are available in this My Hero Academia line have that ability, so it seems like kind of a strange choice. Aside from that, All Might looks pretty good, he looks okay, and Midoriya, he looks alright, he's a little messed out in the eyeballs there, but and then Todoroki looks okay, but then we get to Bakugo, and that's when it kind of falls apart a little bit, if you see what I'm saying there. I just don't know about that smile. So I am thrilled to have these characters available in this scale. It's just that the whole Glyos system doesn't really work for these guys. It doesn't quite make sense with the characters. I'm still, like I said, I'm glad they're available, and they're still cool looking to an extent, but yeah, it just doesn't really work. And on the subject of not really working, a third branch of the line, I keep wanting to say Dead Souls, but that's a Joy Division song. You probably remember it most from the Nine Inch Nails cover that was done on the Crow soundtrack. But anyway. Yeah, another one where it doesn't quite work that well. For starters, the size difference doesn't quite make it viable to swap out the parts. As you can see, Solaire is also, he's a little underwhelming. He's, the Black Knight figure looks fantastic. So if you want a little Black Knight, if you're a big Dark Souls fan and you want a little Black Knight on your work desk or something like that, that would be very cool. But yeah, again, it just doesn't, the weapons are very cool, but it just doesn't work as, at least in my opinion, it doesn't work. Buildable action figure, that's cool, but you can't really swap them out, which I am assuming is, you know, the mix and match feature from the Fallout power armors is where it works best, and it kind of falls flat once you take it outside of that. And there you see another slight problem with the size of the power suits. All Might is a towering mountain of muscle, but the power suits are supposed to make you a towering individual in your own right, and they come up a little short. That All Might will fit in pretty well. That's another thing. That's one of the things I like about that figure, is that he'll fit in pretty well with your Marvel Legends, not Marvel Legends, sorry, the Marvel Universe 4-inch scale, 1/18 scale figures. He'll fit in pretty good with that, and maybe some of those DC Multiverse characters that were kind of in the same scale, although the scaling was varied wildly. You'd have like a 3 3/4 inch Batman, and then like a full 4-inch Batman, and it was varied quite a bit. It was, the scaling was very strange. Anyway, as I said, it works, but also it doesn't work. If you have a particular favorite character that's available, that might be cool to have on your desk or your shelf or whatever. And the Glyos system works in certain areas, but falls short in others. Maybe recast these, use the molds and recast them. I hate to say it because I support the guys behind the Glyos system. I think they do good work, but maybe scrap the Glyos system for these figures and just add in more articulation and maybe add in more characters. Because like I said, it works to a degree. I enjoy the possibility for customization with some of the power suits. That is a nice little bonus. Anyway, this is not the complete collection. I think this is most of the figures that were available, but I think I am missing the Nuka-Cola Special Edition and maybe a couple other figures from the line. I could be mistaken. All right, so there you go. MegaMerge Just Toys. I do feel that on the whole, these figures are worth picking up if you can still find them available. I think a lot of them are hitting the discount racks. So anyway, there you have it. Just Toys MegaMerge, Fallout, My Hero Academia, and Dark Souls. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you.